Beneath the crushing weight of the North Sea, reigns silence, but something stirs in the dark. The cold, black depths hold secrets long buried. Rusted wreckage, fossilized horrors and echoes of those who never came back. Still wakes the deep, Siren's rest takes us below the waves once more. Not just into a wreck, but into memory, grief, and something ancient waiting in the deep. It's 1986, and saturation diver Marie is inside a diving bell in the North Sea. Saturation diving allows workers to remain at extreme depths for long durations by breathing a special gas mixture. This process saturates body tissues, meaning decompression is the same regardless of how long they stay submerged. Marie is in contact with her crew, Rob, another diver, and Hans, who's monitoring communications. While they run through the pre-dive checks, Marie is anxious to begin. Their mission, to recover the Beira D's data log, photograph any discovered bodies, and retrieve personal items to return to the families of the deceased. Once her umbilical cord is connected, supplying heat, oxygen and communications, Marie enters the moon pool and swims towards Rob. He placed flares to start the mark of the wreckage as Marie enters the dark expanse. Inside an abandoned office, she finds a photograph labeled CVBD. Not long after, she comes across the corresponding body. Marie picks up a cutting torch and enters the administration block. As the fragile structure threatens to collapse around her, she later discovers the remains of two brothers, one trapped, the other who stayed behind to help. Further in, Marie finds an air pocket and disconnects her umbilical. Against Rob's advice, she removes her helmet quickly but quickly realizes the air is not breathable. Strange sounds echoes around her. Someone or something seems nearby. She presses on and stumbles upon the fossilized remnants of the strange growth that overtook the rig back in 1975. She travels through a rock-like tunnel and reaches marine control, where she finds the grotesquely deformed remains of Robo. Retrieving the data logger, vital for understanding what happened. Marie is suddenly knocked unconscious by falling debris. She drifts into a vision. She's on the Isle of Skye. Upon waking up, water is flooding the marine control, and Marie is pulled through a collapsing tunnel. A current carries her to a spot near the dive bell, just in time, as she's almost out of air. But before returning, she sees a flare illuminating more wreckage in a deep trench. Back at the bell, Rob helps her out her suit, and Hans checks in, but Marie tells him they need to go deeper, about 50 meters more. Rob resists, but Marie insists. She tells them she didn't breathe the toxic air, and she feels fine. Hans reluctantly agrees, requesting extra safety checks before they descend again. She moves through the mud pits and deeper into the wreckage. Rob plays a recording from the data logger, capturing the chaos during the rig's final moments.
Get away from the edge! Guys! Get back!
So an explosion, that explains all this.
Why? What can you do?
Try to.
No. Yeah, you wouldn't have had a chance.
Marie, finding another air pocket, detaches her umbilical once more. She finds a body, but it's not who she's looking for. She also comes across a second copy of the photograph she found earlier. She crawls through a vent as Rob plays another log, a final evacuation order.
Salvaged on the recording.
Go ahead.
This is an evacuation order. Get to the heli. Something's wrong. Abandon it. There's no one. Right now. Get the evacuation order. No. Whatever you do, don't touch me.
Sharon, that was horrible.
Fuck. Those two people.
The vent collapses, trapping her umbilical and cutting communications. Marie barely hears Rob telling her to find the exit. She locates Rob through a small gap in the wreck. He's worried. Maury tells him something is out there. Her torch is dead, so Rob hands her a bundle of flares. With her flashlight gone, Maury lights flare after flare to guide herself through the dark corridors, confronting terrifying sights. After squeezing through a long pipe, she reaches another air pocket and hears Rob's voice. But something is off. He's angry, blaming her, saying she brought him into this and that she'll never escape. These are hallucinations caused by the monster. On a desk nearby, Maury finds a picture of her father sitting on a bench in the Isle of Skye. Overwhelmed, she breaks down in tears, still grieving with no closure about what happened to him. Maury eventually snaps out of the vision. She's back on the wrecked rig, confused as how she ended up in her father's room. She swims back to the dive bowl, but Rob is gone. She tries to contact Hans, with no answer. Then the monster returns. It's stalking her, drawn to the light of the flares. Maury uses them to draw it away, while she navigates twisted corridors and removes blocked debris. Another desperate chase follows. Now low on air, she spots a door in the distance but blacks out before reaching it. She awakens in another vision, back on the Isle of Skye. Walking in a familiar path, she sees her father sitting on where the photograph was taken. They talk about family, about letting go, and about the mysteries of the sea. He warns her not to disturb the strange things in the deep. Then he offers to dive with her one last time. At this point, Maury needs to decide to stay with her father and accept death, or return to the surface. If she chooses life, Rob pulls her from the wreckage just in time and starts swimming to the surface. This raises some more questions. Was she infected? And if Maury was infected, is she taking it back to the surface? A short 2 to 3 hour expansion that trades the frantic horror of the base game for something slower and more atmospheric and just as chilling.